Hello, hello. We are in Jan. She's done. She's glorious. I'm very excited. Today I am going to be teaching you how to do solid granny squares because I've been doing a lot of these recently with this beautiful variegated yarn because I'm making a crop top. Of course I am. So the yarn I'm using it's James Brett Dotty double knitting, and this is the DT01 shade. Catchy name, James Brett. But I don't normally like variegated yarns because I find them quite tricky to use. But this is coming out beaut. Also, this is a cotton, but it's 50% cotton, 50% acrylic. And I've found that cotton, especially when I was doing the headbands last month, it's really drying. This is nice and silky and soft and light, which is what I wanted because I'm wearing it to carry on crafting. It's a summer outfit. So highly recommend. These only come in 50 gram balls though, which of course, as you can imagine, for me, I've had to buy like 1,000 of them because I use so much because I'm a loosey-goosey. But I love it. It's very paint splattery, which just makes me very happy. So I'm going to teach you how to do these today. It's not much different from doing a regular granny square, but it took a little minute for me to kind of get my head around it. I actually prefer, we've talked about this before, normally I would have my granny squares this way round as a finished article, but with this variegated style yarn, I actually prefer it right side out, which I don't normally. I normally prefer to have this side, the wrong side out, because I think these bits should be on the inside, or these workings of, you know. But as I've talked about before, personal preference, I actually prefer how the variegated yarn sits in this. It kind of breaks it up a bit more, which I like for this style of yarn. Right, let's get going. I am using a 4mm hook, and yeah, let's get going. What you can't see is I've actually masking taped out my limits on the table because I keep disappearing off, and I'm adamant we're not doing that anymore. It is quite rainy this morning, so you might get some ambient rain noise on Jan's big window. We also might get some awful sunshine shadows, which is just happening right now. What's that all about? Why does the sun choose this moment to come out, eh? But there we go, that's what we get. So like with a regular granny square, let's put that side so it's not all over the work. With the regular, so starting like a regular granny square, we are going to leave a bit more of a tail than that so you can weave in your ends as you go. We are going to slip knot on, and we're going to do 5 chains. 2, 3, 4, 5. Slip stitch into your first chain, and then all the way through, so you've got your ring. And then we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. You're going to do 3 trebles, or 2 trebles after this one, because this first 3 chains counts as your treble. 1, 2. Then we're only going to chain 2. I know, I normally chain 3 on these, but it makes the corners too big. I've tried it with 3 chains. It makes the corners too big, and I'm not a fan. So we're going to do 2 chains here. 1, 2. And then we're going to do 3 trebles. I am going to crochet over this long end as I go because I want to pull it tight when I finish. So it's not a magic circle, but it is going to help shrink that ring. Shrink that ring. It sounds filthy. So 3 trebles, 2 chains, 3 trebles back into the ring. 1, 2, 3. Excuse me, creeping up. So there we go. We're going to do 2 chains for this corner. 1, 2, and then 3 trebles, sorry, back into the ring here. 1, 2, 3. and then we're going to do 2 chains, 1, 2, and we are going to secure to the top of that chain 3, that first chain 3 that we did is going to be secured right there. Okay, so that's your first round. Pretty much the same, right, as we've done before. So we are going to, this is the bit that took me a little while to get my head around. We're going to chain 3 because we're moving up to the next round. Now we need to put a treble on top of these trebles that we've already done. So that chain is sat on top of that chain. Here is where we're putting the next stitch on top of that treble. So we're doing a treble on top of a treble into that stitch on the top, and the same again here. Do not put another treble on this because that's your chain. That bit there is your chain. So we're going to go 2 trebles into the corner. Into the corner space. 1, 2. Just there. We're going to chain 2. 1, 2. And then we're going to put 2 more trebles into that corner space. So make sure you're really giving it a good zhuzh around as you go. Into the chain space. Just 1 treble into that chain space. Now you are going to be putting your next treble on top of this treble, which means you are going to have to move that down. Those chains that you've just done in the chain space, move them down a little bit because you need to get to this stitch that's on top of this treble here. So you're going to treble into those 3, she says. You're going to treble into those 3. 1, 2, 3. And then the same we did the last corner, that is on top of there. Trust me, it's there. It's not there, it's there. It's that side if you are right-handed. So then we're going to go 2 trebles, 2 chains, 2 trebles into that corner space again. And start building out that corner. 2 trebles, 2 chains, 2 trebles, all into the same chain space. Now again, as you've worked, look, you will start covering over that stitch that's on top of that treble there. So make sure you pull your work round, pop it in, treble on top of the treble stitch. 2, 3. Don't let that last one trick you. It's not that, it's there. Whew. She says, holding her breath, measured. I don't know why I'm holding my breath. 2 trebles, 2 chains, 2 trebles into that corner space. Of course, if you would like to put me on half speed and crochet along, there is no shame in that. I do crochet quick and I do get through these quite quickly, these tutorials. So 2 trebles, 2 chains, 2 trebles, move it down so you can find that stitch on top of there, look. 3 trebles, 1 in each stitch along here. 1, 2, 3, because that's how many you put on the last one. And then we're going to go 2 trebles, 2 chains, 2 trebles in here. 2 trebles, 2 chains, 2 trebles, 1, 2. This is not pulling nicely from the middle of the skin. Well, it is, it's just where I've wrapped it. Look, I've now got this chaos demon mess. Let's pull a bit out, shall we? I love this yarn so much. It's so soft. Never really liked using cotton because it's very drying. I find it really drying on my hands. But this is just such a good alternative. It's just so soft. So I'm really excited to wear this. I cannot wait to get it finished. Well, you get to here. So you've done your 2 trebles, 2 chains, 2 trebles. There's your chain of 3. We are slip stitching to the top of there. Now the next round. So now you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trebles on each side. And we're increasing every side by 4 to build it out. Just to confuse you, because why would we be counting in adding 4 every time? That's insane, isn't it? Especially when we're used to like doing 6s and 3s. So Same again. Chains, there's your chain row, there's your chain row. You're doing the same again. You can, of course, close this here and work from another corner if you don't want that chain row in the same place every time. Where is it on here? She says there, look, it's there, there, there. Once it's kind of done, you can't really see it. It's only when you're working on it, it's kind of noticeable. No one else is going to see this, just you. No one else is going to get that close to you. And if they are that close, they need to back up a bit, don't they? So we're on this third row coming in. Again, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And you're going in this one here, this next one, because that's on top of the treble there. So you're going to treble all the way along on top of those trebles. So you've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4 to do here. So you've done 1, 2, 3, making sure you're sliding through both pieces here like that underneath. 4, not this one. Don't let it trick you every time, because it does me sometimes. Same again, 2 trebles, 2 chains, 2 trebles, because we're building out those corners. 2 trebles in the corner, 2 chains, 2 trebles. This is actually quite a nice one. I can't do this one without looking now though, because I've got to go through the actual stitches and not spaces. Give it a little douche so you can find that stitch on top of that treble. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't knock me now. How dare you? 4, 5, 6, 7. It's that one. That's the end of the side. 2 trebles, 2 chains, 2 trebles. 2 trebles, 2 chains, 2 trebles. See, I'm much quicker on the corner, so I don't have to do much thinking. Move it along because you're going in that one that gets hidden. So 7 trebles along, 1 in each stitch along. 1, 2, 1 treble in the next 7 stitches, if you will. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. And then we are going 2 trebles in the corner space, 2 chains, 2 trebles. And then again, make sure you're moving it. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 trebles, 2 chains in here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Right, now we've got to here. This is going to be a little bit different this time because we've got some other trebles to put on here. So you're going to do another 2 trebles. Make sure you move that over so you're on top here. 1, 2 trebles, 1 in each, 1 treble in each stitch, and then you're going to grab and slip stitch in the top of that chain 3 that's here. I have found that these squares actually do well with a block. Sometimes you can get away with it, but these look a little bit rounded when they finish. This one's been blocked. I've just sprayed it a little bit with water and put it on my blocking board, and it's come out really square. Even my normal squares don't come out this square. And it's, yeah, nice. We like it. Right, last round. You can, of course, give it a little pull. Make it squarer. Last round. Here we go. We got this. Am I going to make it? This is going to be a bit of yarn chicken, isn't it? I have got another ball here, but it might be a bit of yarn chicken. Let's see how we go. Let's see how we go. Right. Okay. Eesh. Holding on to the wrong end. Okay, so as before, we're going to start with a chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we are going to, in the top of this one here, that's your next one. So we're trebling along each stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 first, making sure you're getting on top of each of those trebles. In the corner space, you know what we're doing. 2 trebles, 2 chains, 2 trebles. And we are what? Yes, we are. We are squishing it along so we can make sure we find this one. Blah, blah. I don't know why that required a sound effect. So 1 treble in each of these stitches to the end. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She says 8. Yeah. 9, 10, 11. So there's 11 on this side. 2 trebles, 2 chains, 2 trebles. Am I going to make it with this yarn? I mean, it's not the end of the world if I don't, but I just don't want any extra ends to weave in, do you know? Right, making sure you pull along so you can get on top of that one there. That's on top of your treble. 11 more trebles, so 1 treble in each of the 11 stitches. 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We made it. I'm sitting very straight in here. This is all I've got left. Come on, we can do it. We're at the corner, so 2 trebles, 2 chains, 2 trebles. We're nearly there, guys. We've nearly done it. Move that down so you can get that one that's sitting on top. Oh, which one are you? Which one are you? Well, this one. Cheeky. That's why you've always got to check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Oh, come on. 8. I think I'm going to make it. 9, 10, 11. Perfect. That was the right one at the front. Nearly there. Oh, excuse me, knocking my own window. My hands are very close to the window. Make sure you guys get the best light I can give you. Right, 2 more trebles in that last corner. And as you increase this, as you go, 2 chains, 2 trebles, you can, of course, make this a solid granny blanket and keep going and just adding 4 to each row as you go. I mean, that would look pretty amazing. I'd like to do a blanket that is a solid granny square one. I think that would look really nice. So all you're doing on this last bit is you're going on top of your treble rows to meet up here. So there's 4 stitches along here to do, 4 trebles along here to do, before you grab the top of that 3 chain to do a slip stitch. And then, oh look, I made it. I had loads left. What was I worried about? I had loads left. And then pulling it all the way through to knot off. And there you go, there she is. Nice solid granny square. Yeah, see, I don't prefer that side. Variegated. Really don't. Oh, and what I was saying about leaving this long tail is you can actually pull that. You can give it a good It's not a magic circle. It doesn't have to be a magic circle. But where I've overlapped it, you can give it a good tug and tighten it. And then when you weave in your ends, you can make sure that it's not going to come loose. Beautiful. Hope you enjoyed that. I love making these at the moment. I think they're super fun. I might have to make a in the Jan colourway, maybe make a blanket for Jan. I mean, that's a lot of effort in it, but I might even, I like the cabin colourway as well. These would look really nice as a cabin colourway solid granny blanket. So let me know what you use it for. I'd love to see. I always love to see. Hope you're doing all right, and I will see you in the next one. Love you lots. Bye.